Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Basa and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on the latest stories. We start with Ansu Fati as the 35 million rated Barca attacker will only leave if a big offer comes along. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about sporting director Matteo Alemani, as it has been reported that Alemani is already no longer involved in any work related to Barca, despite reports earlier saying that he will end his work on the 2nd of September. So, guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Despite currently being in possession of the number 10 jersey once donned by the legendary Lionel Messi, Ansu Fati's status at Barcelona is not quite what it used to be, and the Spaniard is facing pressure to call it quits in Catalonia. Fati's constant injuries and the lack of significance to Xavi's game plans have seen him suffer a demotion in the pecking order. The young star appears to be on an upward trajectory, though, and was a sight of sore eyes in pre-season, but owing to Barca's financial concerns, Fati is being encouraged to accept the proposals he has on the table, with playtime still becoming increasingly limited. So, as much as Fati will have to fight to earn his place back in the 11 for Xavi, the player is eager to turn his situation around. According to Helena Condis of COPE, Ansu Fati has offers from the Premier League, but he wants to stay put and succeed at Barcelona, his boyhood club. It was previously reported that Arsenal and Tottenham, two North London heavyweights, were eyeing Fati's situation, but he remains reluctant to leave. And as such, unless an important offer arrives for the forward, whose market value stands at 35 million euros, he will stay this season. Even a temporary loan deal, which the Blaugrana offered, seems to be off the cards now. In spite of the Catalan Giants' surplus in the front line, Fati potentially believes his goal-scoring profile will eventually prove the naysayers wrong. Last season, Frankie de Jong faced similar issue with the club aspiring to sell him, and game time was also initially limited as a result, but the Dutchman emerged with flying colors after a rough start. And so it seems the young Spaniard Ansu is looking to start afresh too, despite interest from Premier League. The player has consistently affirmed his desire to thrive at the club and his intention to stay, and appears likely to get his wish unless there is a big offer. Of course, Ansu Fati still remains uncertain. The player have always said he wants to continue, and who saw this coming? When Fati burst onto the Saints back in 2019, there were many who saw him as the next big thing for Football Club Barcelona. But we have now seen things turning upside down, isn't it? Now Fati faces an uncertain future, and the possibility of selling him is now increasing every day, despite the player saying he doesn't want to leave. Xavi Hernandez continues to contribute to the downfall of Ansu, as the Barca number 10 feels as though he should get more opportunities than what he currently says. Xavi Hernandez has other ideas. For whatever reasons, I don't know. I think Fati have improved. The Fati we saw last season has improved. Because last season we saw Fati always coming out from the bench in about 90% of the games. His father came out and started ranting, shouting, blasting Xavi and the coach and the club. and stuff like that. I don't know if Javi is still feeling hurt by such statements by the players that which seem as though the player now feels so unimportant in Chavi's setup, you know. But nonetheless, let's see how it goes for Fati. Let's see how it goes because as this report speculates that Barca will only sell the player if a good offer comes along. But at the end of the day, it will still depend on the player's final decision. He is the one to make the final decision. He has a long-term contract with Barca until 2027. Until 2027. So, you know, Barca will be expecting something huge if an offer comes along before they can be tempted to sell him. So as it stands right now, the player feels so frustrated as the media have been pushing his name out left, right, center as to a future not certain and a potential sale. As Fati is a player who doesn't lack suitors, right? He's a talented player. We have suitors from Premier League, La Liga, all around Europe. Fati can have a suitor. Saudi Arabian clubs have also shown interest, but come on, he's still young, still 20, and makes no sense for him joining Saudi Arabia now. Then on to the final story of discussion. Earlier this month, Barcelona confirmed the appointment of Deco as the new sporting director, while also announcing the departure of Matteo Alemany. The 60-year-old Spaniard had been in charge of transfer operations at the club since March 2021 when Laporta returned as president of the club. Having done brilliantly thus far, Alemany will be officially stepping down as the director of football starting September 2. However, Tony Juan Martí via Sport is reporting that even though Alemany's official departure is still 10 days away, he is currently out of Barcelona. Indeed, as per the report, the soon-to-be former director of football has already stepped aside from his role effectively and is already no longer involved in any work related to the club. Instead, Alemany has handed over all the pending files to Deco, who will take care of everything related to the sporting and recruitment department moving forward. The report states that the former Valencia director has informed all agents in conversations with Barca that he will no longer be speaking to them and that everything will now be handled to Deco. As such, agents of players such as Joao Felix, Joao Cancelo, Sergio Dest, Clement Lenglet are all dealing with the former Portugal international directly and not with Alemany. The last operation that he was fully involved in was the transfer of Ousmane Dembele to PSG. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.